Slicers, they're a fundamental part of any Power BI report because we need to filter our data and our visuals to show us certain views and slices of our visuals. Well, today we're going to learn how to build this awesome search bar that feels much more intuitive, allows us to search on fuzzy matches, and ultimately provides a much better user experience similar to other tools and search bars people often use in different experiences. So let's go ahead and learn how to build this search bar, but right before we do, I'll start off by introducing myself. I'm Raja, the Power BI guy, and I teach Power BI, SQL, and just general data content. So for more videos like this, do like and subscribe, but on that note, let's just go ahead and get started. So we're now in Power BI. Let's learn how to build this search slicer that allows us to search items we have within a column by simply looking up the value. So for this, let's go ahead and create a new tab, and what we'll start off by is introducing a button into our report page. So if we go to Insert and then go to Buttons, let's go ahead and insert a blank button and then adjust that to size for our search bar. And then if we select our button and go to the Format tab, which you can expand by selecting the Format button, let's go to Button Style, and first let's change that to a rounded rectangle, and then turn off the border, turn on Fill, and let's set that light grey background. And you can adjust the transparency depending on your design by simply adjusting that within the transparency view. And then if we look at our button, based on 25% rounded corners, I'm comfortable with that being our search bar. And now what we want to do is insert an image of a magnifying glass, so that starts at the left hand side of our search bar. Now for this image, you can use ChatGPT or any other AI tool to simply generate you a magnifying icon. So let's go to ChatGPT and quickly learn how to generate one. So now that we're in ChatGPT, we can quickly generate an icon. So you can either find a magnifying icon online or generate one yourself by using a prompt such as generate a vector magnifying glass that is black, no background, PNG. And once you hit enter, ChatGPT or any other AI tool such as Gemini will begin to generate you an image that you can insert into your button. And once that's complete, we can see that's now generated us an icon. So let's go ahead and download that and head back into Power BI. So we're now back in Power BI. Let's go to Icon within Button Style, turn that on, and then what we can do is insert an icon by selecting Custom and then searching for the image we just created or found online. So if we select our image, we can see that's now within our left hand corner. Let's adjust the padding so it starts a little bit off center from the left. And then if you want to adjust the icon size, depending on where you might place it, you can make that smaller or larger by adjusting the size of our icon. So we now have the baseline for our search bar. Let's now build our slicer that allows us to actually search and filter on various items. So for this, if we go to the build panel and then select text slicer, let's introduce a column that we want to actually filter on. So in this example, I'll bring in product subcategory, and now we can adjust this actual slicer to the formatting that's correct to go into our actual search bar. So first, if we select our slicer and then go to the Format tab, let's expand size and style, turn off the background, and then for the padding, let's ensure the top and bottom are set to 0. So once we've done that, let's go ahead and close size and style, turn off the title, and then let's expand slicer settings and ensure accept multiple values is turned on. Now, the reason for this is if we search on, let's say, bag, that's only allowing us to search on one item, whereas if we turn on accept multiple values, we can search and filter on multiple values, as when we filter within Power BI reports, we need the flexibility to search and filter multiple items, so it's important you turn that on. So once we've done that, let's go to filters and then adjust the placeholder so people know what they can actually search within the slicer. So from auto, let's write search by category. And as we can see, that's now the placeholder that will appear within our actual slicer. So once we've done that, let's go to the dismiss button and then change this to red, so that if we search an item, if we want to remove it, we have this X button in red, so users know that's how they remove that filter. And then for the icon size, let's just make this slightly smaller. And finally, the padding, once again, let's set this to 0 for both the top and bottom. And now let's move on to the apply button. Now, apply button refers to this arrow. So if we search on, let's say, camera, you can click this arrow to apply the filter, but often people will simply just hit enter, and I prefer to turn that off. So let's turn the transparency to 100%. And then once we've done that, let's go ahead and start to adjust the canvas space for our actual slicer to fit into our previous search bar that we've built. Now, once we've done that, our final step is to go to input box, turn off the background, turn off the accent bar. But for our border, we want to set the transparency to 100%, so that if we deselect our item and then remove, let's say, a filter, we can see our placeholder text. Whereas if we turn off our border, that then disappears unless you actually select your slicer. So the trick here is ensure that your border is turned on, set the transparency to 100%, so that this placeholder text is always visible to your users. Now, the font is slightly large, so what I'll finally do is go back to our filters and make the size of our font slightly smaller, and then I'll change the color to a grey so it looks more natural in terms of a search bar. And now we can test the result, where if I quickly build a table with our product subcategories, bring in, let's say, our total orders. Within our search bar, if we search, let's say, PA, that's a fuzzy match to bag. If we brought in, let's say, camera, that's now bringing in our cameras. So we can see this slicer is working as we expect, in a very similar experience to other search bars in other tools.